Okay, look. When gas prices jump, you still gotta work. So suddenly you're cutting back on everything from family vacations to cell phone minutes. Well, here's a thought. How about cutting back on gas? Here's how. The Ford F-150. It gets 23 highway miles per gallon. That's the best. So you can get the job done and get a break at the pump. Yeah, how's that sound? This is the future. This is the Ford F-150.
Hello and welcome to another edition of AQHA News. I'm Billy Lofton. The AQHA World Championship Show is wrapping up this weekend as the FedEx Open Week comes to a close. Last week's Bank of America Amateur Week featured some great horses and exhibitors competing for the coveted Farnam All Around Amateur title. Becky King of North Palm Beach, Florida and Vision of Art took home the handsome prize package by topping 62 other exhibitors battling for the All Around Award. Vision of Art is a 2000 sorrel mare by Artful Move and out of Feisty Irish Beauty. She earned 38 points competing in 3 classes, winning Reserve World Champion in Amateur Working Hunter, 3rd in Equitation over Fences, and 4th in Hunter Hack. Congratulations to Becky and Vision of Art for winning the 2012 Farnam All Around Amateur Award. AQHA's new Ranch Pleasure class made its World Show debut at this year's Bank of America Amateur AQHA World Show, and it was a hit. The prelims boasted 66 entries, and a familiar duo took home a piece of history by winning the first ever Ranch Pleasure World Championship. Mozon McKibben of Whitesboro, Texas, and Little Rough Catalyst, a 2006 Black Stallion by Little Rough Peppy and out of Foxy Catalyst, took home the historical World Championship in Ranch Pleasure. This year's Ranch Pleasure was unique in that open, amateur, and youth all rode together in a single class. But in January of 2013, Ranch Pleasure will be offered as youth and amateur divisions. So this brand new class surrounded with so much enthusiasm will surely take off even more so this coming year. Congratulations to Mozon and Little Rough Catalyst for taking home the first ever Ranch Pleasure World Championship. AQHA took the reins and managed the World Show cell for the first time this year, with more than 100 horses going through the cell ring. When the cell wrapped up, Rojo Solo Cup, a red roan yearling stallion by Born to be Blazing and out of Such Good Potential, consigned by Joan Schroeder of Gainesville, Texas, was the high seller, bringing $81,000. The 2012 AQHA World Show sale saw 109 transactions completed for a total of more than $1 million, with an average price per horse of $9,827. The World Show Sale was managed by AQHA and directed by the AQHA World Show Sale Committee. Of course, stay tuned for more news along with the big winners from the FedEx Open AQHA World Championship Show in our next edition of AQHA News. Switching gears and heading back to Amarillo, this past weekend, AQHA and Pfizer Animal Health held an award ceremony for the 2012 Best Remuda Award winner. This year, AQHA and Pfizer recognized Singleton ranches of New Mexico and California as this year's AQHA Pfizer Animal Health Best Remuda Award winner. With more than 1 million acres combined, the largest cow-calf operation in New Mexico, a large yearling steer operation in California, and 300 head of American quarter horses, Singleton Ranches epitomizes the qualities for the Best Remuda Award. Ranch traditions with an eye for the future is their motto, and a strong family work ethic helps Singleton Ranches thrive. In addition to the reception hosted by the American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame and Museum, the WRCA graciously hosted the presentation at the beginning of its World Championship Rodeo here in Amarillo that same night. Several ranch managers and their families, along with other ranch employees and CEO Will Singleton and daughter Lucy, were among those who attended the presentation events. There are a few important deadlines quickly approaching we want to remind you about. First, November 30th marks the deadline for both stallion breeding reports and incentive fund nominations, while December 1st is the deadline for foundation scholarship applications. Finally, December 31st is the deadline for AQHA members to submit rule change proposals for the 2013 AQHA convention. Keep these deadlines in mind and take advantage of all of these important AQHA programs. Here is your Built for Tough calendar of events. As World Show wraps up, State Fair Park will gear up to host the NRHA Futurity, November 22nd through December 1st, of course, in Oklahoma City. Down in Fort Worth, Texas, the NCHA Futurity will kick off November 24th and will run through December 15th. Back in Oklahoma City, the Barrel Futurities of America will run December 3rd through the 8th. In Las Vegas, it's the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, December 6th through the 15th. The AQHA Racing Champions Announcements Award Show takes place Wednesday night, January 16th at Heritage Place in Oklahoma City, and will be followed by the Heritage Place Winter Mix Sale starting the next day. January 18th marks the kickoff of the AQHA Ranching Heritage Challenge down in Fort Worth, in conjunction with the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. That was your Built for Tough calendar of events. As always, you can subscribe to or pick up the latest edition of the American Quarter Horse Journal for expanded event calendars. Don't forget about AQHA's various social media platforms, such as our Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter pages, to stay informed on all the happenings in the American quarter horse industry. If you're interested in any of the stories featured in this episode of AQHA News, visit AQHA.com for more information. Thanks for watching. For the American Quarter Horse Association, I'm Billy Lofton.